Fracking is linked to breast cancer. New research suggests.The chemicals used in the high-pressure extraction of oil and gas cause uncontrolled cell division in adult mice's mammary cells, a U.S. study found. Past research shows cancer is caused by uncontrolled cell growth, which results in tumors. This cell division occurs when mice are exposed to the equivalent level of chemicals found in the drinking water of areas affected by fracking, the research adds. Fracking is a contentious issue in the UK, with campaigners recently announcing they will continue to protest about the proposed operation in Kirby Misperton, North Yorkshire, until the energy firm behind it goes bust. The controversial process involves drilling down into the earth before inserting a high-pressure mixture to release gas and oil trapped in rocks. Campaigners argue the use of potentially cancer-causing chemicals in fracking may escape and contaminate local water supplies. How the research was carried out. Researchers from the University of Massachusetts exposed pregnant mice to one of 4 doses of 23 chemicals commonly used in fracking. These chemicals were added to the rodents' drinking water.The researchers then analyzed the breast tissue of the pups at 21 days old, as well as just before puberty and at 85 days old, which is considered early adulthood in mice. The effect of these findings on the long-term health of the mammary gland, including its risk of cancer, should be evaluated in future studies. The findings were published in the journal Endocrinology. Anti-fracking campaigners vow to remain until energy firm goes bust. Anti-fracking campaigners have vowed to protest against the firm Third Energy's operation near the village of Kirby Misperton in North Yorkshire until the company goes bust. Last year, Third Energy announced plans to conduct frack tests at the site. However, these have been continually delayed by the government. In response to news announced on February 6 this year that the firm was removing equipment from the site to be used elsewhere, campaigners said, "We would suggest it's time for Third Energy to pack up and leave completely." A statement released by Third Energy said, "Given that there will be no hydraulic fracturing operations at the site until final consent is received, we hope that the protesters will also give residents a break from their campaign of disruption, and this will enable everyone to resume their normal daily lives and also reduce pressure on North Yorkshire Police." Third Energy's plans are part of efforts by several companies to get fracking in the UK off the ground, amid hopes it will boost the economy, jobs, and energy security. Opponents fear it can cause earthquakes, pollute water, and is incompatible with targets to cut use of fossil fuels. In the UK, we are only permitted to use non-hazardous chemicals. In the back of these findings, Catherine Gray, a spokesperson from UK Onshore Oil and Gas, said, "It would be highly misleading to suggest that these results from an American study hold any semblance of reality to operations in the stringent and robust regulatory environment of the UK." He had further commented that caution should be taken when extrapolating experiences in other countries since the regulations, mode of operation and geology are likely to be different, a particularly salient point given the unrealistic laboratory test conditions of this American study. As well as following tight rules around our use of chemicals, our regulators also look at how hazards could find pathways to humans and animals, something that we work tirelessly to eradicate any risk of. Earlier this month, scientists suggested a major trigger of man-made earthquakes rattling Oklahoma is how deep fracking water is injected into the ground. The closer you get to the faults, the more likely you are to trigger them, according to Stanford University geophysicist Matthew Weingarten, who was not involved in the study.